Hey YouTube, this is Rock60 here with a video on how to take the PS Vita apart. Alright, as you may see, there's a bunch of screws I have here in front of me, and I'm going to show you where those screws came from. I took the screws out, so I'm saving on time showing you guys on how to take it apart. But anyway, you have two small screws on the bottom, right here and here. And then you have two screws on the accessory port right there. Oh, and keep in mind those are silver screws, and on the back you have four black screws. They're in the little holes right there. And once you get those all out, I would take like a small flathead and stick it in between where the shoulder button's at, or you can stick it in just a little bit where that edge starts right there, if you see that, and slowly work your way around, just kind of wedging it back and forth until you get like a little gap in between there. And once you get that little gap, you can stick like a guitar pick or something in between there, or a plastic tool, or an old credit card, just to keep it open. I'm using my hands, which is harder to do, but it's doable though. Okay, I got it open just a little bit. Once you get it open a little bit, you can still keep going around with the flathead if you want to. If you want to be super precise, but I got both of the sides to come up at once. Like once you keep doing it, after a while, like I guess the PS Vita kind of gives into it. Which, man, that sounds dirty as I think about it. Anyway, and now you see the PS Vita is open. I should warn everybody, there's two cables right here that connect to the rear touchpad, and all you gotta do is pull up on this little tab. Wait, okay, there's no tab there, but you just pull up and releases that, and releases the other one right there, as you can see right there where my thumb is at. And those two tabs connect right there, and when you put it back together, make sure they lay down too. At this point, you can do a lot of things. You can replace the sound where the speaker. You replace the speakers where the sounds come from. You can replace the battery. You can take this part and replace the rear touchpad if you need to. You can replace the shoulder buttons if you need to. They're sticky and not clicking down like they're supposed to. You just pop this little part off. You shouldn't have to force that. You shouldn't have to force anything off of this. It just pops right up. You know, I can just take it right up, put it back on. Everything has its place, you know. Put it right back on, just like that. You can replace the accessory tabs on here. Since everybody else is probably more brand new, they probably be laying down more. But since I opened this up before, mine are sticking up a little bit more inside. You can also replace the camera too if your camera went out for some odd reason and you take a lot of pictures with your PS Vita. You can replace the motherboard and the thumbsticks if you want to, but I'll go more into depth with that if you guys would like me to. If not, that's fine with me, but anybody who's really wanting me to show you how to take a Vita apart, or show how you replace certain parts on here, because a lot of parts have different screws, different color screws, and they only go in one way and one way only, so keep that in mind. But to put PS Vita back together, you remember you have to get these lined up. Okay, I will at least keep a finger on that. I have it laying down somewhere. Okay, and once you have those two back together, you can slowly close it, making sure all the pieces are there. Nothing sliding around. Just clamp it back together. Everything should be solid. Nothing should be out of place. If anything is out of place, that means something either fell out of its socket or where it's at, or you didn't have a screw in there. So make sure it clamps down firmly. You don't put too much pressure on there, because if you do, you might crack the screen or warp the plastic. I don't know, your Vita might do this, but this one's broken. I'm figuring out what was the issue with it, yeah. Besides the cracked screen, but your Vita might come back on, so just turn it off. Like so. Okay, it doesn't want to turn off for me. It's broken anyway. But anyway, if yours isn't broken, make sure to turn it off or check your work. Replace the screws where I told you from the beginning. This probably is best to have a screwdriver that has magnetized tip, so that way you can line up the screws very easily. I'm doing this behind the camera, so everything I'm doing is not as precise, but I've done this before, so it's nothing new to me. Okay. Slowly put this one back in. Remember, all the screws have a certain place to be, so don't put the black screws in the where the silver ones are supposed to be. Man, my voice sounds weird today. I'm sorry, I'm being random right now, but sometimes you just got to be random when you're doing this type stuff. It feels like I should have dubstep going in the background or something to keep people's attention. I know a lot of people don't like watching videos for like more than 5 minutes while getting bored. Like, I totally get that, but at the same time, if it's like to do something you really want to do, you pay attention, it no matter what. Okay. Don't worry about the ones on top if they're not perfectly flush. Okay, I don't believe they are perfectly flushed. They stick up slightly, just a little bit. And 2 screws go into the smaller holes on top, not the slightly bigger ones, because you might get confused with that and the accessory port, which Sony did not use, and they removed on the PS Vita TV and PlayStation TV and PS 2000 for some odd reason. I don't know why. Well, I think I know why they did it, because they want more money and they wanted to separate the two, because people were complaining about, oh, the PS Vita screen's too small, my iPad has a bigger screen, or my phone has a bigger screen. So I guess, to shut people up, they say, hey, look, now you can play your PS Vita on TV, now shut up and give me money. I think that's what happened. I don't know. Tell me in the comment section below on that. Do you think that happened? I think that happened. Okay, just screwing the screws, just if they're, just when they're tight, don't over tighten them unless you got like placement screws, because in these smaller devices, you really don't want to strip a screw, Because if you do, it's very hard to get out. I mean, there's videos, tutorials on how to get these out, but I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. I would take my time with this, so. Okay, we're about done now. And now you have your PS Vita. Remember to test out all buttons. Oh, I got sound. But anyway, YouTube, that's how you open up your PS Vita, and that's how you put it back together. If you have any questions on what I did or how I did it or any other things you want to see done to the PS Vita, make sure to put in the comment section below. But as always, I'll probably leave a link to someone else that probably did it too, so that way you guys don't like, oh, you're the first one that ever did it. But I'm not, you know. I'm just doing this for my subscribers right now if you guys haven't seen the video. So I hope you guys like this video. If you guys want more videos like this, make sure to send that view count up to over 100. So that way I definitely know that, hey, you guys really want this video, more videos like this. Hopefully if I do make more videos like this, I can make it in the quality that you guys would like. That's like somewhat comparable.